Throwing right away is Winston. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
Apparently this defense has come to play. A sack and a run stuff behind the line on the first 2 plays.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Right here, 3. Remember, it was 2 in a row. Then we hit 3 in a row, because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Second down, Winston. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
3rd and long for Winston. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. They run it again with Kamara. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Bengals.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 4. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. A give. This is Kamara. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. Runs through the contact. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 89 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Here's Winston. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. He's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
For many many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Tackle there by big Jordan Davis. 2nd and 6. Now Winston. Winston into the slide, and he's got a first down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 to score as we resume action on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rice. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. That is caught. He's got room at the 30. Down to the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jerry Rice, 66 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in this third quarter. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And Kamara's going to have a Saints first down as he'll get this out past the 35-yard line.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
A first down throw for Winston. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. There's Chris Olave. He's across midfield. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And Kamara with a call on first down as he works his way forward for a gain of about 6.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Down to the 25.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Jameis to throw it. That's complete to Troutman right side. But he will not get away. He stopped short of the marker. Starting on the ground with Herbert. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Final minute now of the third quarter. Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down. There he goes right side. Inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Khalil Herbert, 75 yards. And the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Now Myers for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Ready.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down. Back now here live in New Orleans. The Saints on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. Winston now. He lets it go deep for Olave. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Mahomes. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. He may go. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for 2. They'll turn to Kamara, but he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And off right side for Herbert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 99 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
You got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in the game.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, man, late in the tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
2nd and 10. taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. To throw, it's Mahomes. Again, it's OBJ, back-to-back catches. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Odell Beckham, 46 yards. And the Bengals will add to their 4th quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. To throw, Winston. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, 61 yards. And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Throw left side, completion to Rice. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get your reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. From the gun, here's Swift.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to throw, Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. To throw is Mahomes. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. Myers' kick is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you've got no shot then.
Winston. He lets it go deep for Olave. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by 9-time Pro Bowler Ed Reed. Now Mahomes. On the move to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
Mahomes to throw. That's laid out deep for Rice. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one, not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Here we go, 1st and goal. Here's Winston. Locates Kamara on the out route. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Winston to throw. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
They have one big call left. Here we go.
They're going to try and run for it. And he will get in. The 2-point conversion is good. And we may be on our way to overtime. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. Taken at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. At 5 yards, not going to cut it here. That clock continues to run. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Mahomes. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here's Mahomes. Got a man, it's Jerry Rice. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. This from long, very long range. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And that flag accepted. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. And this one is right through. And the Bengals are going to get out of here with a W. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes.